Hello. Hi, guys. Hello, hello, hello. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Oh, hi, Catherine. Hi, how's it going? Come in. My lighting, it's so dark, isn't it? It's so
I
dark.
love the pink on you.
Oh, thank you. The brand colors,
Oh, very good.
brighten it up a bit. Oh my goodness. Okay, I'm just like letting everybody in. And breathe. Hi, guys. I am super excited to do this tonight. So, welcome. I'm on Instagram as well. If you want the link, jump into my stories and grab it there. I am going to be tonight, we're talking about making more sales on your social media. So, as you guys know, what I have done is I have launched three. Am I recording? Yes, I am. I have launched three masterclasses for this week. We have tonight, 7 p.m., we have Friday night, 7 p.m., and we have Saturday morning at 10. And the idea behind it is over the three masterclasses, I'm going to teach you how to set all your socials up and how to literally boss them. So tonight is boss your socials. I'm going to give you all the tips and tricks around Instagram, Facebook, all the other channels, and stuff that you can do across all the channels basically. The masterclass on Friday night is going to be confidence on camera. How can you find the confidence to show up? How can you do all of the things that you're supposed to do and find the confidence to do them? So that is going to be Friday night. And then on Saturday morning, we are going to do make more money in your business. So we're going to work on those profits, getting more profits within the business. So thank you for being here. I'm going to ask you guys to make sure that you're muted. I am going to pin my video up the top and you guys are still coming in. So welcome, welcome. I'm going to share my screen with you. I have the presentation done on Canva, so it's slightly different tonight. So the set was different. So trying something a bit different. In we come. You'll probably see my messy screen now. There we go, a little bit messy. Sorry about that. But we are good to rock. Welcome, guys. Anyone who's just come in the door, welcome. You're still coming. I love it. I'm going to dive right in. If you're over on Instagram, click the link in my stories or in my bio or anywhere, find it and come to Zoom because then you'll be able to see my screen and we can chat about your businesses. Okay, welcome everybody on Zoom. As I said, I'm going to ask you guys to make sure you're muted. I will open it up for questions at the end, but I'm going to truck on through. So the first thing that I'm going to ask you guys to do in the chat here on Zoom is let me know what industry you are in, because while I go about this presentation, I like to really know who's in the room. I like to know really, what industry you're in so that we can chat about your particular business, because I want you to get the most out of this. I want you to literally leave here with, lots of notes in your book. I hope you have a piece of paper and a pen, put the phones on do not disturb. And let's just focus this next hour on our businesses, on what we're going to get to and get it really, really practical, because I want you guys making more sales. So tonight, it's going to be all about bossing those social media and the strategies that we can use. We are here on Friday night at 7 p.m. as well. And on Friday night at 7 p.m., it's going to be confidence on camera, how you get the confidence to show your face, and all the wonderful things that we have to do. And then on Saturday morning, we're going to make more profits in our business. 10 a.m. Saturday morning. All right, guys. So what I've asked you to do is in the comments, tell me what industry you're in. So Neve is in the health and wellness therapeutic massage. Love it, Neve. Brilliant. Anybody who's on Instagram wants to come, click the link in my bio and over you come. Karen, hi Karen, Happy New Year. Really want to make it this year in floristry. I love it. I love it. Do you know what? There's something really refreshing about this being in January and just going, let's just fucking do it. Yeah. Sorry, Instagram. Sorry, but let's fucking get it done. And we are going to get it done. Let me know, transformation agent. Emma is brilliant. Lindsay is healthcare, private community specialist nurse, wound care. Fantastic. Guys, let me know as well on Zoom. You can see my screen okay, because as I said, I'm using Canva today, so I've done it a little bit different. Lena, hi everyone, I'm Lena from, hi Lena, M&H Kitchen, we're in food catering, and Lucy from Golf Events, brilliant, I'm glad you guys could make it. Product development for women in menopause, Jean, lovely to see you here. Decluttering housewife, Liz, I love it, I need you in my life. Don't let my husband hear me say. All right, guys, you can all see my screen, yeah? Narissa is a growth, empowerment, and sales coach, beauty and tanning. Hi, Donna. Hi, Narissa. Guys, I'm so happy that you're all here. I'm very excited, very excited. Anyway, let's kick on because I'm really conscious of time and I have so much to teach. It was really funny. I was preparing all the different, because I have these three of tonight, of Friday night and of Saturday. And I was going through to see what I'm teaching each night to make sure that, you guys get the most of it. And I had to keep pulling myself back because I was like, and I could teach this and I could teach this. And it's so funny, but it's the same in our marketing because we think, and as we're setting up our businesses and as we're putting out our marketing, and some of us are business coaches, some of us are in all health industries and all different, we often feel that we have to give everything and do everything just because we can. But often pulling back and simplifying, if I was to throw everything at you guys tonight in this 1 hour, you would be like, whoa, it'd be like a fire hose and you'd be totally overwhelmed. So oftentimes we've got to pull back and simplify, and it's the same with our marketing. So Catherine, I'm an expert teacher, therapist in proactive aging, being empowered to make great choices for your future self. Love it, love it, love it. Guys, you know that you could be making that's a good start. Easy for you to say, Denise. You know that you could be making sales on social media. You can all see my screen, right? You can see my slide. Perfect. You know that you could be making sales on social media, but you're just starting out. Some of you are just starting out and you don't really have a clue what to do on your socials. Or you've pivoted in your business. So perhaps the message on your socials is slightly different to now what you're doing as you pivot and evolve and change. Does that sound familiar to anyone? You're not really sure what to be posting. Perhaps actually you're big on social and you've been posting loads and you've got quite a good following. Your account is growing, but you're just not making those sales. Does that sound familiar? Often in social media, guys, we fall into one of these categories where we're frozen. We're stuck because we just can't figure out what to post. We've got all the ideas and we think, oh, I could do this, I could do that, I could do this. And we're striving for this perfection, the perfect post. What would look perfect? I want my wall to look beautiful. I want, the shiny, everything shiny and lovely because everybody really cares about that on Instagram. And I'm going to call absolute BS on that because it's true. Last year, 2 years ago, 3 years ago, 4 years ago, we used to see, actually it's probably 4 years at this stage, we used to see lovely patrons on Instagram and lots of filters and everybody wanted everything so beautiful. I don't know if anybody saw my latest reel that I posted on Instagram a couple of hours ago of me with the filters, with my big lips. Go and have a look at it later. It was a little bit of a piss take around the filter thing because we don't want filters. We don't want perfection. We live in this world now that AI can create almost anything on our pages. So as humans, we are craving authenticity. We are craving real people. And what do real people do? They make mistakes. They post something that doesn't look great. They post something that looks a bit blah. They post something that turns out to be funny. They post something that was actually really good. They have different types of posts and nobody really gets very upset about it. We think they will. But I also always like to say, you're not that important, which sounds a little bit bad, but you're kind of not, So tonight, what we want to talk about is getting those sales into social media, is setting our social media, predominantly our Instagram or our Facebook, or if you're using that other channel, which I'm not going to mention because I'm live on Instagram, the one with the clock, this stuff works as well. Okay. So if any of this sounds familiar to you, you are in the right place. I don't want you not to worry about it because I've got you. Both of these problems are really, really common on social media. Today, I'm going to give you 3 secrets to making more sales on social media and growing your following on social media. Does that sound good? Are we good? Yeah. Okay. So I want you guys to stay to the end because I'm going to give you my do's and don'ts of Instagram at the end and some bonuses in and around my steps to becoming an authority online. Again, if you're watching on Instagram, come on over to Zoom. You'll get the link in my bio. First, who the heck am I? Yeah. So if those of you who have not really met me, who might have just seen me online, seen a few bits and go, who's this crazy one doing cartwheels on Instagram? I'm Denise Inspired. I run a 6-figure coaching business and I have also recently relaunched my social media agency. So I'm running 2 businesses while I juggle three children, a husband, a dog, and a very important football career. not so important, but I like to think it is. So I'm busy, busy, busy. But what helps me to stay consistent online, what helps me to make consistent sales in my business is my visibility and my consistency on Instagram or on Facebook or any of the other channels. So my visibility helps me to stay consistent, but my systems around my content help me to stay consistent without it taking all of my time. Does that make sense? So it's the systems that I have in place mean that I don't wake up every morning and go, oh, fuck, I have to post on Instagram. What am I going to post? And, it takes up all that brain space. So I've got those systems put in place so that my socials run better. But things weren't always so rosy for me. One thing that has constantly got me out of trouble over the years in my business has been my visibility. It's always there. I mentioned earlier on, if you're kind of struggling and you're thinking, oh, my business has changed a bit, I'm pivoting. How do I figure out what to post now? Social media lends itself to pivoting. It lends itself. We are humans and we're evolving. That is why storytelling works so well on Instagram, telling our story of who we are, why we do what we do. One thing that I've always had for like the last 15 years of my business has been the visibility part of it, which has meant that I was always able to pivot and change and launch a new product or launch a new business quite easily. Does that make sense, guys? But first of all, I want you guys to think, what does success look like to you? So back in 2020, I had a really thriving 6-figure social media agency. Okay, so imagine you guys are super busy and you're fully booked and you have no time for Instagram and you're saying, Denise, I don't have time to scratch me bum. Never mind go on Instagram and put up a reel. So you would say to me, Denise, will you do my reels for me? Will you do my posts? And that's what I was doing. So I had a very successful social media agency doing hairdressing salons, Instagram and Facebook, doing hotels, doing restaurants, doing mechanics. And I built that up lovely and it was a fantastic business. I had staff, I had an office, I had everything and it was all brilliant. And then in March 2020, we got the lovely phone call when Leo Varadkar made the lovely announcement and our doors were closing. So all of my clients' doors were closing. What do you think was the first thing that they did? Denise, we have to cancel because you're not going to pay somebody to market your business if your doors are closed. Make sense? So obviously I was fecked. Okay. I lost 90% of my business overnight like that. So I was like under my quilt crying, spent about a week doing that and then went, okay, Denise, big girl knickers on. I got to get something done. I've got to do something. What did I have? I didn't have the clients, but I had my visibility. What did my clients now have that they didn't have before? Oodles of time. Yeah. So I was able to pivot and change and start to teach my clients how to do their own social media. And that's when I created my program, The Authority Builder. So The Authority Builder is a 12-week coaching program that teaches you how to grow your business, grow your following, and make more sales. Sound good? So what does success look like for you? So in 2020, at the start of 2020 in March, when everything went downhill and I was all over the place and my accounts were all over the place and I lost all the business, suddenly then when I started to teach and I got hired by the enterprise board and I was doing lots of these SOS courses online and suddenly I was 6 and 8 hours on Zoom every day. So I went from being broke and crying and losing business to being through the roof busy. So what happened to me? I burnt out. Yeah. So you're looking at both ends of the scale of business in 1 year. And back then, as I was going through 2020 and I was like getting all the work in and, making loads of money and schminted, back then I thought success meant, that's what it meant, money. Yeah. So this was me, except I guess they were euros, but you know what I mean? I was thinking, yeah, this is success. Then burnout hit and I was like, holy mother of, I'm not getting any younger, gonna be 50 this year. I've got to start looking after my health. Yeah, I've got to realize that this is not success for me. This is success for me. So since 2020, what I have done is I have built a business that works around my family. I do the school runs. I take time off to go to the cinema during the day. I take time off when the kids are on school holidays and do all the things. And my meetings and my coaching and my training all works in and around the family. Because to me, success is health, happiness, and freedom. Would you guys agree? Yeah, I think it comes with my age. So I want to talk to you guys about being a mommy in business. Most of us, are we all women? We generally are. I nearly always work with all women, but I know there's men watching, there might be, so sorry. But juggling like a maniac is hard because it always falls on us. There's always people we have to look after. I have my mom and dad. It's another story. You know, you've got kids, you've got whatever, and you're juggling. But it's easier to manage when you've got a more profitable business, because when you've got a more profitable business, you're able to outsource, you're able to pay people to help you, you're able to do things a little bit easier. Yeah. So let's get to the secrets of how you can set all this up and how you can blow your Instagram out of the water to become fully booked. I want you to become fully booked, but I don't want you to become the busy fool. I heard a lovely saying that said, busy is the new stupid. And I love that. You know, when somebody says to you, how's work? And you go, busy. I don't want to say that anymore. I want to say profitable. When people say, how's business? Profitable. I don't want to be busy. I want to be profitable and enjoy my life with my kids. So here's 3 secrets to making sales on social media. Give me a yes in the comments if you are with me, or if you're thinking this is good already, or if you're like ready for this. Make sure you are still awake and you aren't gone off watching Netflix, I'm watching. So 3 secrets to making sales on social media. Thanks, guys. Thanks. I want to make sure I'm not talking to myself. So secret number 1 is credibility. Credibility. So one thing that really helped me back in 2020, when I was able to pivot and change and start to teach, I wouldn't have been able to teach if I didn't already have that credible source. And what I had was reviews on my Facebook, reviews on my LinkedIn, reviews on my Google, of people saying that I had done a good job for them in their social media, of people saying that I was doing a good job and my agency was doing well. Does that make sense? So I want you to write down that credibility, or to think about that and think, okay, where in my business can I build that? Have I, hand on my heart, actively been asking for reviews? Because you'll find that people are good. People will give you a review if you ask them, but 9 times out of the 10, we forget to ask. We forget to say, hang on a minute, what do you think? Are you happy with what we're doing? Or did you enjoy that, working with me? Or did you like the product or whatever? Sometimes we're a little bit afraid of the feedback. We kind of hide from it, but I want you guys to embrace it. Embrace the feedback, because even if somebody gives you a review, people are always afraid of a negative review. But if you get a negative review, I see that as a brilliant way of turning a negative into a really good positive, because oftentimes it's how you deal with a negative review that makes it even a better positive. Does that make sense? So I want you to start thinking, how can I grow my credibility? Do I have 5 customers that have recently bought from me that I can message them tonight and say, hey, would you mind giving me a review on Google? Would you mind tagging me in your Instagram stories with a picture of the product I sent you, or letting people know that you bought from me? Credibility is huge when it comes to our online marketing, guys. Social proof, proof of concept, proof of customers. If you deliver a physical product, if I can buy a physical product from you on Instagram and you're going to post it out, make sure you get a photograph of yourself at the post office. Make sure you have a picture of you packaging the thing and sending it off. That's credibility. That's proof of concept. If I see that picture online, now I know you've made sales. Sometimes, for those of you who follow me for a while, you might see me, you might see a picture of my stories of me with a client on Zoom, and I might say, busy day on Zoom. What does that show you? It shows you I have customers, I have clients, I have people who trust me to coach them. Does that make sense, guys? So let's build up that credibility and the social proof. Secret number 2 is authenticity, guys. I cannot stress enough how important authenticity is. And it comes down to even the vulnerability, letting people know who you are, letting people know where you're at in your business, letting people know why you do what you do. All of this storytelling around what you're doing is absolute gold. Absolute gold. I was recently diagnosed with ADHD. I got diagnosed back in June. It's funny because I had a coach in the States a couple of years ago, and it was her who mentioned it to me first. She says, yeah, so she was like, do you take medication for your ADHD? And I went, what's ADHD? And she was like, oh, and I was like, oh. So since then, I've realized, yes, I am indeed ADHD. And I've been going through all of the journey that brings. But a couple of years ago, I would have been a little bit afraid to say that out loud. I would have been afraid to kind of go, well, I'm ADHD, in case people go, oh, she's not good enough, or she's this or she's that, or pass their judgments. But what we're finding is none of us is fucking perfect. We all have stuff, and the more we kind of talk about our stuff, I'm not suggesting that you all have to go out and air all your dirty laundry online or anything like that, or start crying on Instagram or anything like that. But if you want, you can. But what I will say to you is, when you're authentic in your message and when you let people in and see parts of your life, they will relate to you. The times when I have found where, back kind of 5-6 years ago, probably 7 years ago, when I was a serious business owner and I wouldn't, post anything funny or anything vulnerable, I was closed off. My socials were less relatable. When I let down that guard and started to be more myself, that's when my socials really started to grow. And I've seen it time and time again with my clients. When you show the authenticity, people will relate to you. All right. So be yourself. Show up as yourself. You don't need to be all shiny, and you don't need to see me doing cartwheels on Instagram and think, oh God, I've got to do a cartwheel. You fucking don't, because we all do ourselves, and we are all ourselves, and our story matters. And you will find people, the more you show up online being yourself, the more you will find people that are relatable to you. Does that make sense? Yeah. Alrighty. So secret number 3, ready for secret number 3? It is, of course, visibility. Visibility is whopper, guys. And oftentimes, like, people will say to me, but I posted once a week and like I'm not getting any results. And I'm like, once a week isn't enough, my love. We've got to up it. Because what happens is we have a lovely thing called the algorithm on Instagram. Okay, so the algorithm on Instagram works. It's basically a computer program in the back of Instagram, and it is showing you what it thinks you want to see. Okay, so think about that. It is showing you what it thinks you want to see. Therefore, as a business owner who wants our customers, our perfect customers, to see our posts, it makes sense that we want to post things that we think they're going to want to see. Correct? But if I post a video and you guys like it this evening, and then I don't post again for another week, the algorithm has forgotten about me. Not only has the algorithm forgotten about me, but you guys have forgotten about me. What was that girl's name? The one in the pink jumper? Can't remember, gone. Yeah? So you've got to make sure that you're showing up. How many times have you gone out for dinner and you've had a lovely dinner out, and it's like, oh, that was a lovely meal and we must do this more often. And then you go, yeah, we're going to come here. We'll come here in a few weeks' time again with our friends. And then 6 weeks later, you're like, oh, we must go out to dinner. Where do we go? Can't think of anywhere. You literally forget. But then your best friend checks in at the restaurant, and you see that her on Instagram or Facebook that she was in a particular restaurant. You go, I forgot all about that. I forgot all about that restaurant that's lovely that I want to go to. We simply forget. Does that make sense, guys? We simply forget. And it is heartbreaking for someone like me, because I don't think I'm forgettable. Like, but it's freaking true. People will simply forget about you. And, you can deliver all the value and you can give them everything. I have clients who I've, sold something to a couple of years ago. And then I message them again, and I know that they've kind of forgotten about me. And it's when I message them, they go, oh my God, it's great to hear from you. Because we're so feckin' busy, guys. So busy. So it is up to us in 2025. There is zero excuse for any business owner to be unknown. I talk about obscurity all the time. Obscurity is one of the big reasons why businesses fail. And obscurity is to be unknown. And I'm sorry, and I mean this with love, but if you are unknown, it's on feckin' you. Because we have Instagram, we have Facebook, we have the clock one that I'm not going to mention live on Instagram because they'll block me. But we have all of these free channels. And you might think that they're hard, or you might think that it's hard to get seen, but I promise you, following a system and doing the work, it's not that hard. It's actually quite simple. Okay, so secret number 3 is visibility. Visibility. So I want you guys to stop hiding. I want you guys to show your face, because people buy from people. Stop hiding behind logos. You got to show the real you, and I promise that you will see results. I get that you're scared to show up, and I want to tell you something. Everyone's scared. Most people who see me online on Instagram or doing this, they kind of put me on a bit of a pedestal and go, oh my God, Denise is so confident. You know, oh, look, Denise is like, she just does it and it's grand. I still get that feeling. I still get the little feeling in my belly. Oh, what if nobody shows up to a class? Or, oh, what if I post something and it doesn't hit? I still post a reel and I might only get, 300 views on it, or another one might get 1,000. And I'm like, what the heck happened? But that is the nature of the beast that we're working with. The key thing is to not focus on the lower views and go, oh, only so many people saw that. Instead, you go, okay, got 300 views on that. I'm going to move on. That's brilliant. If I can say to you, like, what upsets me is when somebody says to me, I put up a video and only 100 people viewed it. Like, it's only 100. If I said to you, I'm going to put you in a hall down the road, I'm going to stick you up on a stage and I'm going to put 100 people in front of you and you can speak in front of them, would you go, whoa, deadly? Yeah, 100 people's deadly, right? So think of that when it comes to your Instagram. Think of the numbers in a positive thing. And when you're thinking of, the universe and all of that and what you're going to call in, I was on a lovely call with Danielle, my coach, last night, and we were talking about all of that, the manifesting and all of the things. If you're there focusing on low numbers or low follower counts, or looking at your followers and go, I only have 150 followers, really need to get that up. Don't do that. Let that go, release that. And instead look at your 150 followers and go, thank you guys for being here. Build relationships with them. Love on what you have and who you have in your arena, and it will grow. Does that make sense? Yeah? So, excuse me. I get that you're scared, and everyone is. Showing up, showing your face, speaking on stage, all of these things, it takes guts. People think that it takes confidence. It doesn't. It takes guts. It's guts and courage that will make you do it. And I would bet every single one of you that's here has had the guts and courage to face other shite in your life and show up and do it, So why not this? So what if your one down the feckin' road goes, oh, who do she think she is? Look at her, in her pink jumper on Instagram thinking she's a rapper. I know I'm rapping. And for those of you who may or may not be from Dublin, guys, rapid means deadly, and deadly means awesome. But you know what I mean, guys. We've faced so much in our lives and we've come through that. We're going to let this little thing in our pocket, this screen phone thing, scare us? Absolutely feckin' not. On the other end of that screen is everything you've dreamed for in your business. And I mean that sincerely. Yeah? So make sure that you join me on Friday, because Friday night at 7 p.m, here again, you'll get the link. It is the confidence to show up. So that's the next masterclass. Now, we're not finished, but I'm just reminding you of that. So I want you to stop trying to sell on your Instagram. Stop trying to sell. Oftentimes you'll see people and they're like, buy my stuff, buy this, buy this, buy this, buy this. This is what I have for sale. I want you to ease off a bit on that. And I want you to instead talk to me about the product. Tell me why I should buy it rather than just asking me to buy it. Give me reasons. Tell me the value of it. Let's say, right, I have this little thing. Now, I don't know, Catherine might give out to me because she's an oils woman, but this is the total de-stress thingy that you oil thing, right? So I'm going, right, so imagine I'm selling this. I'm not, right? Imagine I'm selling this on my Instagram and I'm like, hey, do you want to buy this? Do you want to buy this? That's what a lot of people are doing. Do you want to buy this? There you go. It's a $5, buy it. That's one way of selling. Or here's another way. Check this out. Oh, smell. Oh, that smells fab. Oh, I love that. Oh, I wish you guys could smell that. It's so nice. It says total de-stress, and it really does feel like it's like calming me down and settling me. Oh, I love that. Am I selling that to you way better? Are you guys going, give me that now? Yeah? Can you see that? Just so happy you use essential oils in your life, Denise. Catherine says, oh, we still need to chat. But does that make sense, guys? Can you see how that sells more without me selling? I can now put that down and go about my business. Now, it would be a good thing if I was selling the oils. You might all be saying, here, I want to buy that. But I'm not. Maybe one day. I'm only joking. I can do the same with the water. Oh, I'm so thirsty. One sec. Oh my gosh. That is amazing. That is so, it's like real cold. And you know, when you're like so thirsty and it's lovely. Really needed that. You get me? Or I could say, here, do you want to buy a glass of water? So that's what I want you guys to think about. It's not all about selling, selling, selling. It's about nurturing your followers and fans. It's about giving them reasons to follow you. Nobody wants to be sold to, guys, but everybody wants to buy. Everyone wants to buy. We're all in the market for something, but we don't want to be sold to. We don't want that icky soul to feeling. There are 3 main reasons why people come to social media. Can anyone tell me any of them? Again, if you're watching on Instagram, click the link in my stories or on my bio and come on over to Zoom. You can see my screen then. Let me know in the chat and Zoom if you can think of any of the main reasons why people come to social media. I'll take another little sip of my amazing cold water. Love it, love it, love it, love it, love it, love it, love it. So to be entertained, yes. To escape, yes. A solution to a problem they have, yes. Tips, tricks, info, looking for a product or service. Love it, guys, love it. So there are 3 main reasons that the stats show. Number 1, of course, is to be entertained. Yeah. To escape from the world, to jump on there and, you know, find something funny, find something that we can just sit down and, you know, have a little break from the world. So to be entertained is really high on that list of reasons why people go to social media. The second one is to be educated, guys. How-to videos and how-to videos and education are huge on social media. So there's 2 reasons, entertained and educated. The third one is to get that human connection, guys, to connect with people. A lot of people are lonely. A lot of people are, you know, they turn to their phones, they turn to their social media to have the chats for that human connection. So now let's look at your social media use. What I want you guys to do, not now, because we're still doing this, but later on, think of me in your head and go back to your last 10 posts. Have a look at your last 10 posts on Instagram. Are you being too salesy? Is it just buy this, buy this, buy this, buy this? Or are you nurturing us? Are you chatting to your fans and followers? Are you giving your fans and followers a reason to follow you? Are you letting them inside your life a little bit and showing them who you are, what you do, and why we should buy from you? If you're in a particular industry, I work with a lot of florists, right? So let's say there's 5 florists in my town. Why should I go to you? What if you're all amazing? What if you all do beautiful arrangements? What's going to make me go to that one particular florist? And that is the florist, the personality, the person behind the business. We buy from people, guys. Yeah. So letting people in know and letting people and finding that human connection with people will have them keep coming back to buy from you. So building relationships online is quite possibly one of the biggest things that you can do for your account or for your business. Building relationships. So tonight after this class, I want you to make a little pact, right? Do me a little favor. I'm giving you an hour of my time and I'm going to ask you to do something for me. And it's not even for me, it's for you. But I want you to set a little timer. This is what I do. Get your phone, because I'm ADHD as well, so I have to set timers. Otherwise, it'll be 5 hours later and I'll still be stuck in the task. So 15 minutes is all I'm asking. Set a 15-minute timer. And go on to Instagram or Facebook, whichever your preferred, or the other one, the clock one, or wherever, LinkedIn, whatever you want to do. but go on there and engage with people for 15 minutes. Now, what the heck does that mean? That means go in your timeline and anybody that you know that's there, whether it's your friend, your family, a business owner, a colleague, a client, regardless of who it is, get on there and say hello. Comment on their reel. Comment on whatever post that they've put in. Join the conversation. Does that make sense? Then I want you to actively engage with others. If there's people here that you might know, I don't know if any of you know each other, give them a message. Hey, good to see you on there. Go to their page. Come to my page. Go to my Instagram, my Denise Inspired. I posted 2 reels today. How many of you commented on them? If you didn't, go do it. I'm not just saying that just for my benefit, although secretly I am. Ha 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 ha. I know. But really, think of the visibility. If you comment on mine, and my account would be a little bit bigger, a little bit big-ish, kind of, it's not huge. But if you comment on mine, that opens you up to my followers. Does that make sense? So that adds the visibility. And also, it's swings and roundabouts on Instagram or on social media, on Facebook, wherever you are. Because when I see you commenting on my video, what's the first thing I do? I go, oh my gosh, thanks a million. And I go and look at your account. And 9 times out of 10, I'll go and comment on your stuff. And that's how social media works. So if you were to take nothing else from this class tonight, nothing else but engage with others. Every single business owner that I work with that comes to me, whether they are a huge, big business, I work with big corporates on their big social media accounts. I work with big guys in the States on like huge accounts. I work with smaller people just starting out, just setting up their Instagram and Facebook. So from every side of the scale I'm working with, every single one of them that has an engagement problem starts with them. They'll say to me, just can't get engagement on my Instagram. And I go, all right, okay. So what are your Instagram habits? Well, I'm posting and nothing's happening. Okay. Is that what you're doing? Are you just posting? Are you commenting on anyone else's stuff? Are you engaging with other people? 9 times out of 10, they're not. Does that make sense? So I want you to start with engaging with others. I haven't been using my IG account for a long while. Would it be better to begin another IG account, as the algorithm has said? Absolutely not, Emma. And reignite it. I was gonna say relive it. That's not the right word. Reignite it, because I bet there's people on there that know you. And if your message has changed or your business has changed, doesn't matter. You can make a big announcement to say it's changed, or you can just say nothing and slide back into their timelines. We overthink this kind of stuff, and I mean that with love. I don't mean you. I mean we all do. We all think, oh, what should I say about this? Even sometimes when I have a break from social media, if I've been sick, when I go on then to create a post, I think I have to make a big announcement, and I'm like, oh God, I better say where I've been. No one gives a flying fuck. But they don't, Everybody who's on there is thinking, what is in this for me? And Christine over on Instagram said, had never thought of the engagement with others. Now, it's funny, Christine, because you've been watching a lot of my videos. You should know that. I'm only joking. I mean that with love. But that's the thing. We watch these videos and we watch the trainings, but you're only ever able to pick up snippets. The stuff that I'll be talking about here tonight, that'll go right over your head. But the next time I talk about it, you'll go, oh, yeah, and that's how it works. So I want you guys to start engaging more with other people. Engage on your timelines, engage with me, comment on my stuff, and comment on people people within your industry. Commit to doing this consistently, and I guarantee that you will see growth on your page. I guarantee it. If you're to do nothing else but do that. This is a friend of mine, and her name is Ruth. So she, Healthy Buzz is a business that was faceless. It was a faceless brand on Instagram. Back in 2019, they weren't doing great sales. They weren't doing hardly any sales from social media. So Ruth signed up as a client with me for my program, The Authority Builder, and she decided that she would become the face of the brand, because I taught her, as I'm teaching you guys, I'm saying that every business needs a face, it needs a personality, it needs somebody to get up there and say, this is my business, because we buy from people. So using Instagram to drive sales to her website, her sales exploded within just 1 year. She went all in her visibility. And as she went through month on month on month, she went from almost 0 to 10,000 sales consistently month on month on her health and wellness website. So they do supplements and all healthy stuff, healthy buzz. So first Ruth, but how did she do it? So first she needed to work on her confidence, because when Ruth came to me, she was like, oh, I don't want to do video. I don't want to show my face. I don't want to speak on camera. So we worked through that first. She built her confidence and she started to show her face. She worked through the steps of the program. So got clear on her message, got clear on her perfect customer, started to show up consistently with purpose, solved problems for her clients, built up her reviews and her social proof, everything that we're talking about. And doing this month on month compounds, guys. So everything that you do each day on your social media, it compounds. So if I have 5 people watch a video today and I post another video tomorrow, the idea is mostly those 5 people will watch the next video, and I might get a 6th or a 7th. And that's how we grow. And hopefully the numbers get bigger than 5 and 6, but that's how it works. Does that make sense? So social media compounds. Customers and clients grew and grew, plus they came back month on month for Ruth. This is Sylvia from Bella Botanica, and Sylvia is a wedding florist. So Sylvia used Instagram and Facebook to grow her visibility. Her first workshops, after working through the Authority Builder program, sold out in less than 24 hours when she did the work. And this is Neve O'Donovan. So Neve O'Donovan is from House Goals, but she came to me and signed up for my Authority Builder program. And honestly, guys, when she signed up, I was a little bit worried, because she had 20,000 followers on Instagram. And like, I only have 6,500. So I was like, oh, so I was doing what I'm saying to you guys not to do. I was putting her in a pedestal going, oh, Jesus, she's got 20,000 followers. But she wasn't profitable. She didn't have a business. She had loads of followers. So with my help, Neve created and launched her masterclasses and her business House Goals, and her sales went through the roof because she had a huge following, and it happened almost instantly. So we know that reels are huge on Instagram. If you haven't started to create reels for your business, you need to start now. You don't always have to show your face, but it would be nice if you did. Even sometimes. I was working with a client today, and we were talking about the fact that even if she put out 5 or 6 reels, only one of them needed to be one where she's speaking to the camera or showing her face. We don't always have to be. Sometimes just your voice is enough. Sometimes you in the background is enough. We talk about B-roll. A B-roll video is something that's kind of over the shoulder. So if I was coming from, say, this angle on Zoom, where I'm sitting here talking, or you guys looking at me on Instagram where you can see the side of me talking, that's what we would call B-roll video. And putting a message on top of the screen while showing my face shows that I'm a real person and shows that I'm here in a business. Does that make sense? So right now over on Instagram, I spoke a little bit about this on my video today on Instagram. I don't know if you saw it, but right now our timelines are full of, don't do this on Instagram, or you have to do this on Instagram, or here's how I grew my Instagram to 100,000 followers and you can do it too. So our heads are spinning with all of the rules. Post twice a day, post 3 times a day, post 10 times a week. Show your face, don't show your face. You know, do a dance, twirl around 3 times after you post and the magic will happen. You know, there's all these rules and regulations. And what I want to say to you is, again, I'm sorry for saying it, but the rules, because what's happening to all of us normal business owners like us, we're thinking, oh, I'm about to post on Instagram, and then we're like, oh God, what did that girl say now? I think she said not to post at 6 o'clock, that I have to post at 7. Or was I supposed to, oh no, was I supposed to do hashtags or not hashtags? Was I supposed to, you know? So there's all these rules, and it blows my mind. It's like, stop with the rules. Forget the rules. Yeah? Fuck the rules. What I want you guys to do, and take a screenshot of this, take a photo on your phone, because this is super important. Figure out the problem that you solve for your customers. Figure out who you solve the problem for. So the problem you solve coupled with your perfect customer. That's your messaging, okay? Problem you solve, perfect customer. What kind of content do you enjoy making? Would you be able to make a video talking to the camera? Would you be able to, you know, put your camera on a tripod and walk through the park and just get a video of you there. I was in the park after the school the other day with Lola, my dog, and I decided I needed a video for that day. So I just found a tree, hit record on my phone, stuck it on the ground, like propped up against the tree, walked backwards, and then walked towards the camera with my dog. And there you were. You might have seen it on Instagram. That was my video for the day with a bit of text on it. Done. Yeah. So we have got to let go of all these rules, because the rules are trying to keep us safe and perfect. And we think that, oh God, if I post that, that's going to be wrong. There isn't anything wrong, guys. The fact that you've posted something is better than you waiting for perfection, because done is way better than perfect. So I want you to figure out the problem you solve, who you solve the problem for, and what kind of content you enjoy making, and then just start to feckin' show up when and how you can. We talk about consistency. Consistency does not mean you have to post every single day. It doesn't. Consistency is what you can stick to. Now, I don't believe that you're going to get big success if you're only posting twice a week. I believe as business owners, we've got to be showing up 3, 4, 5 times a week is the one for me. I like 5 posts a week, but the posts don't all have to be big productions. One could be a reel where you're talking into the camera. The next one could be a quick photograph and a quick bit of text on screen, or a quick quote that matches your brand. I can help you with that. I can give you a complete content system that helps you figure out what to post each day and following a content calendar, so that you're not always stuck there going, oh Jesus, what do I post today? I have to get visible. So I want you to think, what could I do successfully? How can I show up consistently in a pattern without it taking all of my time? Does that make sense? If you want to say, okay, I'm going to do live video, like I love live video, but if you say, right, I'm going to do a live video. I used to do a live video every single day on Facebook back in the day when I was building my brand first, and I loved it. Now it's not sustainable. I don't get the time to do a live video a day. So I wouldn't commit to it. Does that make sense? So I would never suggest to you guys, you have to go live every day. No. But if you were up for doing a live video, I'd say, brilliant. Do a live once a week, but pick a time, pick a day. Don't pick 6 o'clock in the evening when you know it's going to be dinner time and is 6 o'clock in the evening a good time for Instagram? Absolutely. But it's not a good time for you. So whatever you're doing, make sure that you can consistently stick to it and that you set yourself up for success. Make sense? Use ChatGPT to help you with your content. If you have not started to use ChatGPT, get involved. I don't like to get ChatGPT to write content for me. What I like to do is write some of my own posts, then throw them into ChatGPT and say, these are my posts that I've written, or here's an email that I've written, or here's an article for LinkedIn that I've written. Can you please, using my voice, break it into 3 posts for Instagram? See? That's where the goal is with ChatGPT, getting ChatGPT to help you break down. Or let's say this masterclass, I've got an hour-long masterclass here. I can download that, transcribe it in an app, throw the transcriptions into ChatGPT and say, hey, ChatGPT, can you break this up into an article for LinkedIn? Can you create a blog on my website with these words, using my words? Because I like my word, I like my wording to say deadly, to say brilliant, to say rapid, because they're the words I use. I use words like kickstart, So ChatGPT now knows that because I've fed it all the information. So get it to help you with your content. And I tend to use ChatGPT as like my assistant in the office. If I'm sitting here and I'm out of ideas, I'll just get into chat. And I have the same thread with all my stuff. And sometimes I'll say, hey, chat, taking everything we've been talking about in this thread, because I've been talking about my programs and all my stuff, and it knows all my content. What do you think I should launch next? I'm thinking of doing this and I'm thinking of doing that. And now, ChatGPT might come back with total BS, or it might come back with ideas, but either way, I'm kind of brainstorming with it. Does that make sense? And I'm bouncing ideas back and forward. So I love it for that too. So guys, now you know the secrets. It's time to get off your feckin' asses and get it done. Fear holds us back. All right, but I want you guys to push through it. We need to build your confidence, we need to boost your visibility, and we need to grow that credibility so that we can build our businesses, boost our online presence, and of course, grow your revenue. Growing your revenue, of course, is the most important thing, because every sale that we make is a direct result of our marketing, guys. So how many of you would like to become the go-to person in your industry? I would like to say, a lot of people know me for social media. So if you go, I'm looking for someone to help me with my social media, a lot of people will say, hey, check out Denise Inspired. Yeah. So I would like to say that I am the go-to within that industry. Within your industry, I want you guys to be the go-to. Like so much so that the marketing strategy gets flipped on its head, so that you're no longer there going looking for business, but they're looking for you. Because the content that you're putting out is like a magnet to your perfect customer. And they're leaning forward when they see your content and they're going, oh, I like her stuff. I want to know more. That's what happens when we are an authority. You become the hunted, not the hunter. Does that sound good? Guys, the difference between an authority. So we're all experts in something. Experts know things. Okay, so experts know things. So as an expert, I know stuff about social media. I know stuff about business development. As an authority in these subjects, I am known for this. Can you see the difference? Because a lot of us are experts, but we're keeping it a secret. You know, we're like over here whispering about our business. Remember what I said at the start around that obscurity. We don't want to be obscure. We want to become known for something. Let me know in the comments if you want to become known for what you do. If you want to become that go-to within your industry, give me a yes in the comments. And you too over on Instagram. Of course we would. Of course we all want to become that go-to. You know, authorities publish. Authorities appear in newspapers. Authorities, one of my clients, we were talking about it today, was on the radio the other day. Authorities are on the radio, on the TV. We write books. We publish. We're visible. We are the go-to. If somebody's talking about a particular subject, they go, oh, I'll ask Denise about that. The go-to within the industry. Of course we all want it. Yes, 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 of course. But how? And Denise, it's okay for you. People always say, it's okay for you, Denise, because you're confident. I wasn't always, and I'm still not always. I know that it hasn't always been easy for me. Like I said, back in 2020, I knew that I needed to change. I knew I needed to up my game. I've had to go through the ickiness of increasing my prices, you know, the self-doubt, you know, the doubt when you're like, oh, I don't know if I can do it. Or when I was undervaluing my work. For a long time, I was working for free. I was like, I just had an expensive hobby. You know, I was doing all the free stuff and I wasn't making any sales. And I thought I was deadly because my followers were growing on Instagram and Facebook, but I wasn't making any fucking money, you know? So I had to set about and make a difference. So every step of the way in your business, every step of growth, you're going to hit a roadblock. And that's just natural. We're going to hit those glass ceilings. We're going to hit those roadblocks, but it's up to us to push through them and keep going. Pricing, guys, is a huge thing when you're an authority. If you're going to be an authority, if you're a coach or a consultant or anything like that, and you are going to become an authority in that subject, you cannot be bargain basement. You cannot be charging, 30 quid for an hour session or anything like that. You've got to step into the authority role. Pricing is a huge thing. People say to me now, your program's not cheap. And I say, why, thank you. Of course it's not fucking cheap, or they say, oh, it's expensive. And I go, yes, it is. Because it's true. We're not bargain basement. How many times have you seen something online? I always find it really funny. It's like, make 10 grand in one weekend with this course that with this hour-long masterclass that costs $27. What? If I'm going to pay you $27 and I'm going to get the result of making 10 grand in a weekend, there's no way. Because if I can make 10 grand in a weekend from your little course, you're going to charge me more than $27. Does that make sense? So we've got to really make sure that we are charging for the quality. Because if I said to you, okay, what's the difference between shopping in Aldi or Lidl? Not that there's anything wrong with it, but if you walk into Aldi or Lidl and you buy something, or you walk into Brown Thomas and buy something, or Marks and Spencer's, what's the difference? You expect the quality. Yeah, you expect the higher price. You expect the result. You expect the experience is nicer. It's the same in our businesses, guys. So stop the discounts, stop the sales, and instead go more luxurious, the luxury brand. Because people who are shopping for price are not your perfect customers, because they're the ones that are always going to be looking for the discount, always going to be looking for the free stuff and all those things. Make sense? So what changed for me is I now have a 6-figure business. I will double last year's revenue in 2025. I know this because I am reverse engineering it. I've decided, I'm manifesting, as Danielle would tell me, and I've made the plan for it. But the key here is putting it down on paper and making the plan for it. It's not pie in the sky. It's the same with your followers. It's the same with, creating your first online program or your first group coaching program. All of those things that I would like you guys to do, they're never going to get done if you don't decide to do them and make the plan and get them done. Does that make sense? So I want you guys to do the same. But what does it take to be successful online? So in this last 5 years, I have been helping business owners just like you with my Authority Builder program. Can I tell you guys a little bit about the Authority Builder? We have like 3 minutes it'll take me about 5 minutes. Is that okay? Give me a yes in the comments if you're up for that while I drink my lovely crispy cold water that you're going to buy for like €5 at the end. And I promise I'll have you out in a few minutes. Yes, this happened to me. I have people who just want discounts and people, you see, and that's it. That's it. It's all down to your messaging. Hazel, I'm working with Denise at the moment and joined tonight for a recap reminder. It's brilliant and I've learned lots. Content system is amazing. Oh, Hazel, thank you, lovey. I'm delighted and I'm delighted you came. And I see Michelle here as well. Good women. Get in there. Sorry, guys. Okay, so we've got Donna. Yes, thank you, Donna. Rosemary, yes, please keep going. Yes, yes, yes. Yes, yes, yes. Brilliant. Brilliant, brilliant, brilliant. Okay. So the Authority Builder is an interactive online group coaching program. So it's designed to help you build your credibility, build your visibility, and in turn, your sales online. So everything that we have talked about tonight, everything that we will talk about on Friday night when I do the next masterclass, everything that we talk about on Saturday morning when I do the next one, and I trust you will come to them all. But it's all that stuff that we've been talking about tonight. It's deep diving into all that and showing you how. Like, how do you figure out your message? How do you figure out that you're not bargain basement? How do you price your services so you're not bargain basement? How do you create packages within your business so that you can make more money? How do you create your own online course or your own online program? How do you create a subscription model for your products so that people are paying you as a subscription monthly? So you're not making a sale once and someone's going away, but you make one sale and it's reoccurring, because I believe that every single one of us businesses, every one of you that are looking at me here, has a subscription model there that you can create. Okay, Michelle, you have one. I've talked to you before. Donna, you have one for your tanning for your tan. Absolutely. A membership, the VIP Bohemian Tan membership, where you pay monthly and it just arrives at your door. I say this before, I pay for a sock. I pay for a sock subscription. Fucking socks. I could go into Pennies and buy 10 pairs of socks for a tenner, but instead I pay 15 quid for a new pair of socks to arrive every month in the post for my daughter. Why? Because she loves socks. And she puts a smile on her face and we get a laugh out of it. People will pay for the same thing packaged differently. People will pay for convenience. People want what you have. Nicola says she's become really lost and overwhelmed, so taking notes. Keep taking notes, Nicola, and DM me and we'll chat. We'll chat and make sure you come on Friday night. So this is what the Authority Builder brings. Yeah, it's a 12-week coaching program, guys. I get you in a feckin' headlock. I do. I won't lie, I do. There's no staying behind, there's no disappearing, there's no sitting on your hands or hiding behind your books or your jumpers. I will expect you to show up on the Zooms. I will expect you to do the homework. I will expect you to give it your all. And I'll get you in a feckin' headlock if you don't. But the results are there. The blueprint for success is there. The Authority Builder is nearly 5 years old, guys. It's going to be 5 years old in March. And so many business owners, like the 3 that I mentioned earlier, have come through it. It's a lovely mix of one-to-one coaching, group coaching, and then the training sessions where we do the practical stuff. You get your workbook. Where's the workbook? We have like a workbook, which is in this thing, where, you know, you work through, you get this in the post with all, you take all your notes and like how to find your perfect customer. You get your big welcome box with all that in it. The Authority deal, is it guaranteed to work for you? This is the question I get asked the time. And the answer is no. It's not a magic feckin' bullet, right? You don't sign up for the Authority Builder and automatically you get 10 grand in your bank account, or you get, you know, fully booked, or you get your subscription. You've got to put the feckin' work in, guys. But you are guaranteed to get results if you follow my system, allow me to get you in the headlock and put the work in, because I hold you fully accountable throughout it. Does that make sense? I make sure that you show up. The Authority Builder is designed to help you become fully booked and to organize your time better on your social media so that it's a system and that you're not all the time going, oh, feck, I have to post on Instagram, oh, feck, I have to post, you know, that reactiveness, we get rid of that. It helps you make actual sales rather than wasting time. And it helps you build the business of your life and your dreams. Remember at the very start of this class, I said to you, I'm not in the business of hustle. I'm not in the business of, you know, your family life suffering because you're working. We don't want that. We want to build a strong foundation for your business, whether you're at the very start of your business or whether you're a few years in. We want to put that foundation down and we want to build on that. And the main thing that we're looking for is compounding your followers online and compounding the money in your bank account. Okay, so the reoccurring income is a big, big highlight in the Authority Builder. Sales are great. I love you to make a sale, but I really want you to think of how can I make that sale reoccurring? Make sense? Yeah, so the Authority Builder is for you if you are ready to start building your personal brand. And I get that it's scary, but if you're ready to say, feck that, Denise, right, I'm going to do it. I'm going to take a leap of faith and I'm going to start showing my face and come and do this with you. So many of my clients say to me, I don't want to show my face, or I'm not going to do the videos. I'll do the Authority Builder, but I won't do the videos. And then 2 weeks later, they're doing the videos because that's where the results come from. And it's for you if you're brand new to social media, or if you've been around social media forever, but you just want to make more sales. You want to make more structure in the business. You want to buy back some of your time with putting systems in place through online courses, subscription models, and all of those good things. If social media isn't working for you currently, you know, you're posting, but you're not making sales, then it's for you. If you're feeling a lack of confidence is holding you back, perhaps you had a business and now you're pivoting and moving into another direction, or you're reinventing yourself. So you might think, oh, feck, what should I start with? What should I say? Let me help you. Let me help you craft your message. Let me help you craft who your perfect customer is, craft your offers so that you hit the ground running. Because there's 2 things at play here. Yes, the Authority Builder costs, right? It's not cheap. But we have to look at the opportunity costs if you don't do it. If you think about where you're at in your business now, think about you in May, say, let's fast forward to May and we're getting ready for the summer and summer holidays and you might want to take a bit of time off with the kids or whatever. If you keep going in the trajectory that you're in now, will your business be profitable by then? Will you have the money in the bank by then to take time off and to do? You may or may not. If you will, brilliant. But are you coasting in the business? Could you reach that next level with some systems and processes in place? So I want you to think about that. Lack of confidence might be holding you back. And as I say, it's never confidence. Confidence is a skill. It's not a personality trait. It's the guts that we need to push us forward. If you feel like your business isn't blooming the way it should be, then the Authority Builder is for you. So what you will learn, you'll learn how to build your personal brand, the why and the how. You'll learn how to boss your live videos and your reels, create all your videos, do all the bells and whistles around that. You'll learn and grow with the confidence to show up. You'll figure out and work on and workshop around who your perfect customer is, get clear on your message, how to create your short form videos, how to create webinars like this. If you're a coach or a consultant and you want to do this type of thing, this can be fantastic. So I teach you how to do that. And how to price for profit. That's a big one. How to price for profit. Yeah. How to create a subscription model an online course, a program, a membership, a VIP membership. I've worked with hairdressers and beauty salons that have created VIP memberships, and they are doing brilliant business on this. I've worked with businesses who sell products like oils, books, glasses of water, whatever the case may be, who've created a membership and a subscription model, and it works brilliant. I've worked with business coaches and consultants who've created their own online courses and programs, and it works brilliantly. So there is reoccurring income there for every one of you. Okay, so we learn how to do that. We learn how to profit from using Facebook, how to boss your Instagram, how to grow over on the clock one, we won't mention, do business on LinkedIn, and of course, creating and building all the assets that I want you guys to sell within your business. So the outcome is an omnipresence online, showing up without it taking all of your time, setting up your social channels and growing your followings, finding clients and customers for free, building your confidence, creating habits and discipline around your marketing, creating your own online course or program or membership, and building a profitable business without burning ourselves out. Sound good? So guys, sales are a direct result of your marketing. So if you're currently thinking, I'm not making much sales, like, can you honestly say, hand on your heart, I'm putting everything into my marketing at the minute and I'm not making sales? I call sorry. Because if you are, then you're making sales. If you feel like you're lacking sales, it's always marketing. So let's fix that together, guys. So the format is online recorded modules. We go into a secret Facebook group, just us. So there will be between 6 and 10 business owners, like-minded business owners. We'll network with each other. We'll get to know each other in there, and we will have peer-to-peer learning, which is brilliant. You'll learn from me. There's recorded modules every week. Every week a recorded module comes out. Then we have our live questions and answers, which is an hour long on Zoom with me, where you ask your questions. You have WhatsApp. I was going to get my phone. WhatsApp access to me. You can voice note me, ring me, text me. You have me in your pocket for 12 weeks as your coach, as your mentor. And the Zoom group meetings are brilliant. You have the downloadable worksheets. You get my content calendar worksheets. You get all the downloadables. You get actionable steps and accountability, and you get in-person events. So there are 2 in-person events per year. So when they will be in Dublin, we're looking at possibly even doing a 3rd. But if you're an authority builder, you get access to all 3 or all 2, whichever happens. But you get free access, VIP access into them as well. So the pricing, the authority builder could sell for 10,000. When you look at the results the clients are getting and all of the time that you get from me, I want you guys to imagine if you could pick up just one more client per week, would it be worth it? Imagine if you could turn one of those sales that you make into a reoccurring sale instead of just a one-off. Would it be worth it? Think about that type of a result. So however, obviously I'm not charging 10 grand, but the price for the Authority Builder program for 12 weeks for me in your pocket and all of this training is 3,997. So if you signed one new client per week for the 12 weeks, would the price be worth it? Or if you could create a subscription model and you sold 1 or 2 of them per week, would the price be worth it? That's what I want you guys to think about. Remember that work that we do online compounds. So my job in the Authority Builder is to make sure that within the 3 months, you have paid for the Authority Builder with the profits that you've brought in. If you're not profiting, but you've at least broke even. I don't want it to cost you money. It's an investment in you. What you learn in the Authority Builder will bring you into any business that you have. When you pivot and change and you want to go into do something else, you'll have all of these skills you learned in the Authority Builder. I've had people who've done marketing degrees come on the Authority Builder with me, and they say like they learned more practical stuff from all of the marketing that's in the Authority Builder. So the work that you guys do this month is setting you up for your sales in the spring and sales in the summer. So can you really afford to wait around? A lot of us are waiting, but we're in January now, so it's time to kick on. And because it's January, I'm going to give you this extra deal. And it's funny because I know this sounds like a marketing jargon, but I actually never do this. And I talked earlier on about not giving discounts. I talked about not giving bargain basement and all of that. So this kind of goes against that. However, It is January. So I've given this price as a one-off pay in full option, and it is 3333. And it's so weird, right? Because I never do angel numbers, and I don't even, I'm only getting into that side of things. But earlier on, when I was sitting and I was making this presentation, I was like, what kind of a price could I do for a pay in full? And this just popped up. And when I Googled it to see what the number meant, it means liberation and success. So it's kind of feckin' perfect. Yeah. So for 3333, one-off payment, you can get the Authority Builder. So it's 12 weeks of me. I've never done this before, and I'm not even sure why I'm doing it, but it did just come to me. So that's what we're going to do. So the deal is for a one-off payment. If you can't make the one-off payment, but you want to get in, if you can't make the one-off payment, but you want to get in, chat to me anyway, because we can come up with a payment plan. So it's time for you guys to take action. I've opened up my calendar, guys, and what I'm doing is I'm offering sin in the 333. I'm offering as in 333. Oh yeah, the 333. Thanks, Neve, love it. I'm offering every single one of you, right? How many have we got on Zoom? We've 15 people on Zoom, and those of you watching on Instagram as well. I'm going to give you the link to my calendar, and I'm going to ask you to book in regardless. Okay? If you're thinking, I fucking want the Authority Builder, but I don't have the revenue, book in. Yeah, book in. If you're feeling like I lit a bit of a fire in you today and you feel a bit revved up, then book in and let's chat, because there are different ways that we can work together. The Kickstart, I've opened it up. I'm giving you guys a Kickstart Your Success call. Before Christmas, what I was doing was I was giving away one Kickstart Your Success, and I was spinning the wheel to see who got it. But I've decided to give everybody one. So what we'll do in the Kickstart Your Success call is we will hop on Zoom, and straight away, I will give you 3 things. By looking at your Instagram or your Facebook, I'll pick 3 things that you could change straight away to help you get success. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab that link for you. I'm going to stop sharing my screen. I'm going to grab the link so you guys can jump in there and book it in. And if you have any questions here on Zoom, I know I've gone way over, so I'm very sorry. But if you do have questions on Zoom, fire them into the chat, or if you want to unmute yourself, do. I'm going to grab that link, and you guys are going to book in, because I want to see every single one of you on Zoom over the next few days. I'm copying that link. And even if we've chatted before, and you're thinking, oh God, still do it, right? Still do it. Because I have the Authority Builder is my signature program. I do have other programs. I have Be Inspiring, and I have the Kickstart Your Authority. These 2 are what I call gateway programs into the Authority Builder. So they're obviously less money and less obligation from yourself and less time with me, of course, but they're definitely ones that exist as well. So if you're feeling like, oh my God, I want to do it, but I'm not quite sure, just book in. There's no obligation to buy on the call, but I will on that call give you guys 3 things that you can automatically fix on your Instagram. I will find 3 things that you can change and get good results from. All right. So I'm going to wait for your questions, and I'm going to wait for you guys to book in, because I want you guys to book in, and I'm not letting you away out you do. Any questions, guys? Any questions over on Instagram as well? Who's watching? Hi guys. Hi guys. Nicola, will I send you over that link? I will send you that link on Instagram as well, and you can book in. Christina says she never heard of that engagement. Mike says, you won't catch me doing cartwheels on Instagram. Why not, Mike? Is this one-on-one the same as what we've planned on Friday? So on Friday, no, Neve, no, yeah, it's the same, because I'm booked in with you on Friday. Yeah, it's the same. Yeah, brilliant. Yeah, if you're already booked in with me, obviously you don't need to book it again, but if you are not, make sure you do. Any questions, guys? Did you find that useful? Did you find it interesting? What would be like your takeaways? You could actually do me a favor as well. We talked about social proof. So if you took a photograph during it, if you took a screenshot or anything, you could post on your Instagram and tag me and say that you were here. That would be amazing. You could make sure that you come on Friday night. It's at 7 p.m. So come again on Friday night, because we're going to be talking about confidence on camera. And then we've Saturday morning. but please do book into my, Donna, did you book into my calendar? Make sure that you do. Yeah. What about you, Lindsay? Did you book in? You're muted, so I can see you talking. Really good, really fun. Easy to grasp, Melissa. Thanks, Liz. Liz, did you book into my calendar? Make sure that you do, guys. Book in and let me give you that little one-to-one help. Lena, did you book in? Rosemary? Hazel, yes, I'll see you tomorrow. Thank you. Thank you. Lindsay's trying there now. Brilliant, brilliant. Any problems, let me know, or if there's any times that don't suit. Catherine, make sure you book in because I need to chat to you because we were chatting before Christmas and I have something that I want to run by you as well. So make sure that you book in too, Catherine. Michelle, I am seeing you tomorrow, haven't I? I'll WhatsApp you now, Michelle. Make sure that because we're seeing each other tomorrow. Make sure that that's done. Chris, Lena, did you guys book in?
Yeah, I'll see you tomorrow, Denise. I don't know if you can hear me. I can't find the text on this. I'm on the phone doing this, so I haven't texted you. But I'd recommend anyone to contact Denise because she is amazing. She's helping me so far anyway.
Oh, thank you, my love. Thank you.
So thanks very much.
You're very welcome.
And I'll see you tomorrow, Denise.
I'll see you tomorrow, my love. Rosemary says, I know I want to become more, but don't know where to start. I have a lot to do. My Insta is flat. I have done more on Facebook. Rosemary, book in. Click the link, book into my calendar, and I'll give you a pathway of where I think you should start off. Yeah. What I'm doing on these Kickstart Your Success one-on-ones is I'm going to give you some value. I'm going to look at your accounts. I'm going to answer some of your questions. And then, of course, I'm going to show you my 3 programs. And I'm going to say, look, this is what I offer. Do any of them suit? Let's work together. So I'll give you an offering at the end and see if you want to, and there's 0 obligation to sign up. Lots of people I have one-to-ones with and they don't sign up. And then, 6 months later they do, or a year later they do. So that's all good. So make sure that, Rosemary, that you sign up. Lindsay, did you manage to do it? Brilliant, brilliant. And did you find that useful, guys? Everybody happy? Yeah? Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate it. And I know it is almost 20 past 8, so sorry I kept you late. Hello to your little fella there. Is it a little boy? I can only see the top. I want to see. Oh, hello. Lovely to see you. And I will see you guys on Friday night. Are you all going to come back on Friday at 7? Oh, hello. We have more. Hi. Yes, make sure you're booked into my calendar and I'll see you all. You'll all get the same Zoom link again, or the same emails for Friday night, and then we'll do Saturday morning again. And you've booked in. Brilliant. Guys, I really appreciate you being here. Thank you so much. And if you're watching on Instagram and you weren't here, get the link and come on Friday night. And I will chat to you guys then. And those of you who I'm seeing tomorrow and the next day, I'll see you on the one-to-ones. Take care, guys. Thank you. Bye. Bye. Take care.